Today we are doing a collab, per se, of two video series I do, a cheat day review and also the wild world of Pepsi. So what I'm going to do is actually taste test a Pepsi Blue. And no, it's not going to be the earlier ones, it's going to be this one. But first, I thought it'd be fun to kind of just give you a rundown of the history of Pepsi Blue and where it all began and where it's at now. At the very bottom of the Pepsi Blue originally, the flavor just describes itself as berry. But at the very top of the bottle, it describes itself as a berry cola fusion. So here's the story on how Pepsi Blue kind of came into fruition. It was 2001 and Pepsi released Mountain Dew Code Red for the first time. Code Red got really huge, obviously is still successful, and Pepsi thought, let's make a Pepsi version of this. So what is the opposite of red, pretty much? Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. So this is when Pepsi decided to use the controversial, at the time, food dye Blue 1, or they call it Brilliant Blue. It's not really that big of a deal. And considering that Blue 1 is in the latest iteration of it, it's fine, you know, no big deal, really. So the first reason they wanted to replicate the success of Mountain Dew Code Red with a Pepsi drink, they also wanted to go head-to-head and use Pepsi Blue as a competitor to Vanilla Coke. Which at this time, Vanilla Coke released for the first time May 2002, somewhere around there. Needless to say, the development of Pepsi Blue started in 2001, and they brought in groups of people to taste test over 100 different flavors and varieties, and Pepsi Blue, this formula that wound up being released, was the winner, obviously. And so that's when we get to the very first version of Pepsi Blue, right here. So this was released in August of 2002. The biggest memory I have of this when it first came out, or it was about ready to come out, was we heard news about it, and we were at a gas station. I was in the van with my family. My dad was pumping gas, and there was a Pepsi guy there with his truck, and my dad flagged him down, and he was just like, hey, you try that new Pepsi Blue? What's that all about? What's it taste like? And I just remember the Pepsi guy there, he was like, oh, well, you know, if you ever had like a blue snow cone, like that syrup, that's kind of like what it tastes like, just mixed with, you know, just some carbonated water and, yeah. So there you go. That's basically the biggest memory I have at the time. You know, I was a freshman in high school. Times were good then, you know. They had Papa Roach and this other band named Sev putting out commercials and having their songs interlaced with promotion of Pepsi Blue. I like the Sev song that they used a lot more than the Papa Roach song. I remember the Sev commercial a lot more. But anyways, this is the original Pepsi Blue that was released in Canada and the United States in August of 2002. Now, around this time, there was a lot of other countries that were seeing releases of Pepsi Blue as well. There was India in 2003, and then also in 2003, the Netherlands saw a release, which I have a bottle here of the Netherlands release. And this was out for a limited time during the Christmas holiday season. As you can see there, it says limited Xmas edition 2003. Then we get to 2004, and due to low sales and kind of like the same old story of Crystal Pepsi and also the Blue 1 food dye controversy, kind of turned some people away from buying it ever again. But regardless, Pepsi Blue wound up dying out less than 2 years after it was first released in May of 2004. It was discontinued in the US and Canada. And then we get to 2005, and some countries still have Pepsi Blue available, just very spotty. 2006, here is an example of what Pepsi Blue looked like, as this was available in Malaysia. This is from Malaysia. It's a limited edition. It's kind of funny how you see the top of the can there. It's got like almost like a pull tab from back in the day. pretty cool looking. So that is a Pepsi Blue can from 2006 from Malaysia. And in 2007, here is a can from Indonesia, and this is Pepsi Blue, but it's kind of different. It's Pepsi Blue Blue Chilled Cola. That's how they describe it around that time in Indonesia. I do have to say, from basically like 2010, somewhere around there, to 2019, the Asian markets really loved Pepsi Blue, but there was a slight difference as the blue was kind of tamed down a bit more compared to the original release. That's when we get to this bottle right here. This is Pepsi Blue from Indonesia, and the best before date is February 1st, 2020. So this comes from one of the very last batches before it got discontinued in Indonesia in 2019. This version of Pepsi Blue basically tasted like regular Pepsi. It looks blue, obviously. It has the brilliant blue and everything in it. So if you were to drink this, you would more than likely just taste Pepsi, but there'd be a slight hint of a berry taste. But still, they loved it, but sadly now it's discontinued. So now we get to May of 2021 in the United States and Canada. And that's when Pepsi Blue finally came back after so many years. I can't do the math right now, but it came back finally in the United States and Canada for a limited release during the summer of 2021. And I bought a lot of bottles of this, knowing that it was only going to be out for a limited time. And it was out for the most part the complete summer season, but it was only in production and being shipped out for 8 weeks. And then after that, you know, get them while you can, while supplies last. A lot of people had trouble finding these, but I didn't have that much of a problem. But yeah, so here is this one. We are going to try this very soon. And now we get to the final Pepsi Blue release, which came out in Puerto Rico. And it might have came out in some other places, but this is the bottle I've got. This came out during December of 2021, or the holiday season. And yeah, that is it. Now we are in 2022, and I'm going to try this Pepsi Blue. It's been chilling in the fridge for a while, and I hope it takes me back to my freshman year in high school, 2002, and see if it tastes just like I remember it back in the day. I did try it last year, but it's been a year, obviously, so I am ready to just get a nice blast from the past here. Oh, there's the... I was twisting it. It was like, is it gonna... Psst? Man, that takes me back. Smells fresh. Kind of smells like a very candied berry, like a berry candy, like almost like a gummy snack berry flavor smell. But it's got this very sharp soda-y smell too as well. Oh. All right, guys, I'm gonna pour it in so y'all can see here. All right, here is some Pepsi Blue. Cheers, everybody. Oh God, what a rush, what a ride. Oh my God, that was great. Well, this bottle's empty. Guess I'll just replace it with another Pepsi Blue. What can I say about that besides that was just brilliant blue. Blue #1 for sure. Okay, so I guess for those of you who have never tried Pepsi Blue in your life, don't expect it to taste like Pepsi completely, but there is like a hint of like a cola flavor. And for the most part, going back to the guy that described it as tasting like a blue snow cone, not exactly. There is a lot of sweetness to it. It's packed with sugar, but it's not as dull and sugary as you would expect like a blue snow cone to be. It's more like a candied blueberry with a sharp taste to it, like a crisp taste to it. That's the Pepsi Blue talking. Anyways, it was great. It tasted good. I'm not a big fan of blue raspberry flavored stuff, but don't ever think it's like blue raspberry. It's just like a berry taste that's like a candy almost. So a lot of people describe it as cotton candy, but I don't see it as cotton candy. It's just got a very sweet taste to it. I think it's just from all the sugar, but it's just got a sharp, sweet berry taste to it with a hint of like a cola, a Pepsi, obviously. And that's about it. Cheat day review standards, I will give the Pepsi Blue an 8 out of 10. Fruity drinks, I'm in a mood for sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. And Pepsi Blue, as much as it did take me back, it's like taking a time machine. Like when I popped that open and I smelled it, it took me back instantly. 15, 20 years. Oh God. Oh no. 20 years. Just for that factor alone. But for someone that, you know, never tried it before and would just pick it up on a whim, I would definitely say it's worth the experience. It tastes great. And that's that. So let's put a little notch into 2022 and say this is the year that we tried Pepsi Blue and it was just as good as we remember it. So with that, we give Pepsi Blue an 8 out of 10. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was 1, informal, 2, entertaining, and 3, just, I don't know, pastime, and it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun, and that's it. A Pepsi Blue documentary will come eventually, but this is, I guess, good for now. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, saying peace out.